going out to the city farm on a weekly basis.
Wow.
And I was dealing with...
When you say the other brethren, you mean ministers or city leaders?
Well, people from spinning off from the WIN program.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And I saw what's going on at the city farm. It's a lot of good things were going on, but yet there are a lot of sad things. Now, I was volunteering my time, and I was dealing with the inmates who will be released within a 30 to 60-day period, not only from a religious perspective, I'm looking at it from a re-entering the workforce, but also the WIN program showing that we have immediate needs that we can give to them, such as food, clothing, anger management, GED, trade, basic 101 classes to help them adjust as they move forward. I was cut out of the program because the governor cut the coordinator position across the state out. And since I was under him, then I was put out also. But yet those services that were given into those inmates who will be released into our community, that's gone now.
But I think he's asking, why do we need the city farm?
We need the city farm because, number one, it's full now. The jails basically stay full, and those inmates should not go to a state institution. A lot of those crimes are not as a major crime that need to be in that.
Well, even in California, they're looking at the issue of overcrowding, and I'm wondering if those issues need to be addressed in other localities or in other cities, even in Danville, Virginia, where the population, like you said, it's getting full. And what I am noticing, Elder Campbell, and maybe you know this to be so by working closely with those who have been incarcerated, a lot of those gentlemen have child support issues. Where, okay, it's a catch-22 because even if they're now out of jail, they have the issue of not working, then they go back into the system.
And even if they're working, by the time they serve time, they lost a job, and it's
right.
But from my understanding, because that is a major problem, the legislation here in the state of Virginia are looking to amend those.
Okay, so you do say with the caller that we do need the city farm.
Hopefully there will be some changes in the area.
All right,
But
go ahead.
In continuation to his comment, I do feel, and I talked to Frank Gregorevich, the director of the institution, quite often. I was there. The last thing I want to see in the city of Danville, because the city farm and the jailhouse is crowded, I don't want to see them build no more jails.
Right.
You got my drift?
Right.
I like for us to come up with ways to reduce the inmates and help them to get back on the road. Look, they spent anywhere from $20,000 to $25,000 a year on each inmate.
But where are these men going to work? Where are these men and women going to work? Well, that's the other issue.
We see them cutting grass and doing a lot of things around in our community now. If I'm not mistaken, last year it was 1.5 million hours of inmates' time put back into city and labor. Cutting grass, those type things. Now also, a lot of those inmates have picked up trades. When I was out there, I saw them land a ceramic towel. I mean, doing an excellent job.
And
I saw one guy do some woodwork. He did a whole entire room.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Here's an idea. Maybe this is something that needs to be brought up in council, because I did hear one of the citizens mention the blight and mention that a lot of homeowners, because of the economic times, may not have the money to repair. Couldn't there be a program created for ex-inmates by the city where the jobs can be created where they are the ones that make the home improvements? I mean, I'm just thinking of some ideas.
I agree with you 100%. In fact, I have presented a fix-to-own concept with the blight. Say if you had 10 individuals.
And presented, because there's some hot items on the agenda even for the next meeting. But we want to take a phone call because someone has been holding. Good evening, caller. Welcome to the show. Hello? Are you still there? Okay, maybe he'll give us a call back. Someone wanted me to ask, and I have to ask this question. They wanted to know, how come the citizens of Danville, why are they not able to vote on the mayor and the vice mayor of the city? How come it's up to the council members? Even if the citizens are voting on council itself, how come they can't vote for the mayor and the vice mayor, and how can we have it changed?
Well, there are some municipalities where the citizens vote upon them to vote on the mayor. That's to have a change. You have to go.
Well, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Fine. I've got a question for the councilman.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Turn your television down for us.
Okay. I'm glad he mentioned the trip to Greenville because I followed those articles with a lot of interest, and I was wondering who's on the council, who's in the city, who is kind of proactive in trying to bring that same kind of renaissance to the city.
Wow, good question.
Well,
thank you.
That statement, the actions have already started. Avery moving their graduate department down to the Diamond Building is exactly what they did in Greenville. Downtown has a strong engagement with the two universities. I was shocked when I saw for a normal day when I was there, seeing the traffic of people walking around and young people and this and that. And
will we see Danville like that?
Yes.
Really?
Each city will have their own character.
Okay.
There's going to be some twists and turns.
But will we see more activity, more
yes,
morale?
Yes, without question. It's already started.
All right, let's take another call. Good evening, caller. Welcome to the show. Thanks for calling.
Hey, Jessica, how you doing?
Doing good. How are you doing?
All right, and I want to take the opportunity to thank Councilman Campbell for coming on the show.
Thank you, sir.
You talked about the inmates doing millions of hours or so many. How many thousand hours was that?
Last year, if I'm not mistaken, was 1,500,000 hours.
Wow.
Well, if you take the city employees and the 10,000 kids you can put in that boot camp that you can give up on, ain't nobody gonna have no hard job. It's gonna stay clean around here, but I guarantee you one thing. As long as you keep those tongue up attorneys down there, and you keep those police over there in the neighborhood, not giving them brothers no chance, putting some felonies on so they can't vote, then we're going to be in trouble. But of course, you don't live over there in that neighborhood.
Well, I'd like to change your statement, sir. I wouldn't say that we will be in trouble. I'd like to say that we are in trouble.
I'll tell you what, that brother just came on there and said you got a city farm out there making money out.
They're not making money. They're just having people to serve their time. They're not making money.
And I'm telling you, as a minority, your Commonwealth attorney couldn't help and crazy charges on black folks that ain't even did nothing. And I can prove it. What you gonna do?
Well, I think that's a mixture of opinions.
No, what you gonna do? You gonna look at the paperwork and do what's right?
I don't understand.
Well, get off the show, okay? Have a good evening, Jeff.
Oh, well.
But people don't understand the involvement of getting a company to invest $100 million in Danville.
We need that.
$100 million
Would be great.
or whatever. I mean, it just doesn't fall out the sky.
Right.
It's a long, drawn-out process.
Stop right there. We won't have a long commercial break because we do want to get some more information from Councilman Campbell. Are you having a good time tonight? Are you enjoying it? This is something that we will be doing.
More than I am.
I am, because I'm like, whoa, these people are hot tonight. But I'm glad that he's able to handle the challenges. So that's why it's good to have Councilman Campbell here. We'll take a break and we'll be right back with more phone calls. I'm included. I come with that.
Yes.
Anyway, something very important in the city that is not really tapped into as far as a discussion: uranium mining.
Yes.
So let's talk about that. There have always been pros and cons, health issues, but jobs. So can we talk about what's going on with that issue?
Well, there are two sides to uranium.
Okay.
Here in our era, of course. Let me go back a little bit. I serve on the CAP committee, which stands for the Community Advisory Panel of the regional impact analyst of Coles Hill Uranium. For the exploratory of uranium in Chatham, Gretna, and the north side of Danville, you're talking about billions of dollars that can be revenue, that can come into our area. You're talking about a boom almost overnight. The jobs we be paying astronomically well, plus benefits. But the question is, what price will the citizens of our community want to pay? Now, I'm not going to formulate an opinion, but I can give you information. The prosperity side is jobs. Now, from what I have learned, for example, when they open